So we do bring in Chris now, and Chris, usually we have you on, we're talking about some crazy goal or whatever that you do over the course of the week, on a week-by-week basis. But this time we're going to start with the ride that caused the turnover that gave you guys possession to go win and get into the Final Four. I just want to know if you can tell me, the philosophy behind that, some of the prep work that goes into making a play like that, or is it just hustle? I mean, take us inside that ride in overtime.
Yeah, I mean, it was a pretty crazy sequence. All week, the coaches were stressing, getting in the hole, whether you're a midfielder or an attackman, just because, obviously, as we saw, Rutgers is a really fast-paced team. They push transition. And I ended up at the top of the box, so I just kind of sprinted in, and luckily I was able to kind of check the ball away from one of the guys and then just run through and finish the play. So I would say definitely hustle, but really just following what I was told all week by the coaches and kind of just being on the same page as them definitely helped.
Yeah, I figured there was something built behind that. It wasn't one of those just in the moment kind of feels. It was more of that was something that was impressed on you as the week went on. I mean, you didn't score a goal for the first time since 2019, but that had to feel pretty good. That was probably worth it in the end a little bit, right? The win?
100%. Yeah, I mean, as long as we win, I don't really care what happens. So that was great. I mean, Connor came down and made a great shot and finished the game after that. So, I mean, can't really complain. So.
Yeah, especially obviously for you. I mean, this is new tournament, and now you're in the Final Four. Overtime with the season on the line. What does that feel like, especially for you in that situation?
I won't lie. I'll say it's definitely nerve-wracking. I mean, just being in that situation. But I think the best way to deal with that is just treat it like it's a normal game in the first quarter, and just kind of stick to your team, to what you've learned and what you've always been doing, and follow what your teammates are doing, and good things will happen. So it worked out, fortunately.
Yeah, we had Coach Bresci on a couple weeks, or last week, I believe. I asked him about that stretch you had in April where you lost a couple in a row, including to Virginia as well in there. What changed since then in your mind? What did you see sort of flip that's enabled you to finish the season so strong?
Yeah, I think that game was pretty unique for us. Obviously, we lost, so we had a meeting that next Monday, and we all kind of just regrouped and figured out what we did wrong, and all kind of thought of the best ways we can move forward. Since then, we really seem to be clicking on all cylinders. I mean, we're getting great games from our defense, our offense. Obviously, Colin Krieg is one of the best goalies in the country. He does great. So just really regrouping and settling down and knowing that it's a long season, that there's going to be some bumps in the road, but overcoming adversity is kind of what we've focused on.
Yeah, and something else we talked about with Coach last week was the fact that last year it was unfinished business kind of a feel, and a lot of questions were around there, maybe about you guys. You didn't play any ACC opponents despite being undefeated. And he said there was a little bit of a chip attached there. Did you feel that and that motivation coming into this season as sort of, hey, we got something to prove here this year?
Definitely. I would say last year, obviously, off to a great start, 8-0. Having to leave the team and the campus so early definitely hurt. And then this season coming back, I think we felt in the locker room that we were being overlooked a little bit in the beginning of the year. Whether it's people saying, oh, give this team the championship or whatnot. But at the end of the day, we always try to block that out. And we know what we have in our locker room, but it's really just about putting it together on Saturdays. So that's something we've tried to stick to.
I know it was something that you had looked at, and obviously academics for you was so important in going to North Carolina, and the culture and the feel of the program. What about this offense has enabled you to flourish, I guess, in the midst of everybody else that you've seen now in the year and a half that you played in it?
Just the guys that play around me. I mean, they do such a great job helping me out, whether it's Nicky Solomon, Jake Kelly, Tanner Cook, Will Perry, Justin Anderson. There's so many more guys to name. Everyone's so talented. But I think the most unique part is that everyone's just so unselfish. It's not about who's scoring or who's getting points. It's if we're winning, we're all happy. So it's really a cool system to play in, and Coach Metz Bauer does a great job with us. So I've definitely enjoyed my time here, within the system.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you talked about your teammates as being in family. And something that I've always noticed about you, Chris, is you talk about your family, your blood relatives, and being so influential, and how far you've come, and the point that you are in your career. What impact? Where, in terms of your life, why has your family been so important to you up until now?
Yeah, I think just growing up in a 4-person family with my mom and dad and my brother, I'm just obviously so close with them. And I can confidently say that I wouldn't be sitting here today without their guidance. I mean, the life that my parents have provided my brother and I, and how close they've kept us is really something that I'm always going to be grateful for. And I wouldn't be the person or player I am without them. So super grateful for them. And, they haven't missed a game since I started playing lacrosse. So that just speaks to their commitment to me. And it's really just helped me as a player and a person.
Are they more of the nerve-wracked family members watching, or do they get a little enjoyment out of it, I'd assume, at the same time?
They definitely get nervous. I mean, my dad will probably, watch the game by himself in the corner. My mom probably will be more nervous than me. But at the end of the day, they're always, texting me before and after the games, and they're my biggest supporters. Same with my brother. So I really can't ask for more influential people in my life.
How are you feeling going into this Final Four? Nervous, excited, a little bit of both?
Really, really excited. I mean, this is why you come to UNC, to play in big games like this. And anytime you're playing past May 15th, it's a great feeling. So really looking forward to this weekend. I know the rest of the guys are as well.
Yeah, Chris, we appreciate the time as always. Thank you, and good luck this weekend.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.